Hello, it's Luke and Chris here, British Magic Time at PPTQ Huddersfield. Yeah. Well, it's PPTQ Nashville at Huddersfield IQ Games. I'm here with Chris, who's deck taking with us today. What are you playing, Chris?
Blue-white.
Blue-white? Okay. Why are you playing blue-white?
Mostly because I like the artwork on the lands. Just kidding. I didn't really know what to play, and I hadn't had a chance to get too many cards from the new set.
Sure.
I did get some Smuggler's Copters.
Yeah, well, let's talk about some of the cards, yeah. Smuggler's Copter. One of the new cards for the new set.
Everyone's playing this card. It's 4 of in a lot of the creature-based decks.
Sure.
Took the first Star City Games event by storm. There was lots of it at the Pro Tour.
So yeah, this is kind of like my marquee 2-drop that I can crew with all the creatures and gain some kind of advantage from.
Sure.
The next card on the list, Archangel Avacyn, is like the main reason to sort of play this deck. I think it's like a really powerful threat. You can transform it to kill a lot of the creatures from the more aggressive decks, the weenie decks as it were.
Yeah.
You can also use it as a bit of a flash threat that has to be answered by control decks. Gideon
Is basically the best card at the moment.
Yeah.
He's the most powerful threat.
not so good against the Copters, but he does basically put a lot of pressure on control decks or make a bit of like a fort against the aggro decks, so he's an all-round superstar.
Yeah. Spellqueller?
The card Spellqueller has been really popular as a sort of a flash trick that you can sort of use to sort of get your opponents. If they play any spell that costs 4 or less, you can use Spellqueller to counter it. It was really popular at the Pro Tour because of Aetherworks Marvel.
Yeah.
That deck revolved entirely around the 4-mana spell. If you have 4 of these, it's very, very hard to lose.
Sure.
And Reflect Mage, again, like an all-star from the previous format, but it's still sort of showing its worth in this deck as sort of a bit of a curve filler, a bit of a defense mechanism, or an answer to like an aggressive creature when you need to punch through some damage.
Sure. So we talked a lot about the deck. Why have you chosen to play this today?
So other than liking the artwork and not having I didn't get that many fast lands in my boosters,
right?
So that limited like what kind of decks I could play, like have ready for today.
Yeah.
But I also think this is one of the stronger decks emerging from the Pro Tour. A lot of the people who played it on the Pro Tour, well, all 10 of them, most of them had a very positive record, and then we see the following weekend from the GP results there were 6 copies of this deck in the top 8 at Kuala Lumpur, and a lot of them not quite in the top 8 at Providence, but there were a lot in the top 64 deck list, a very high percentage of this deck alongside like the green-black Delirium deck. And if I'm ever faced with a choice between blue and white cards versus black and green cards, I'm probably going to choose this side.
Yeah. But you find this isn't necessarily a blue-white control deck. You're a bit more tap-outy. Like your threats cost 3 and 4 and 5 mana. You're sort of a curve deck. I mean, a little bit like, this curve is not unlike green-white control or green-white tokens on the last standard.
So yeah, one of the cool things I like about this deck is you can be aggressive if you want to.
Sure.
You can also sort of take a more defensive role. The key or the play skill comes in sort of knowing which role you are in the matchup, knowing what game plan you're playing to and executing it, and this one can do both. It doesn't quite do the churn out powerful threats as well as the green-white tokens deck, but it's close. It's got Gideon and Avacyn, but it's got a lot more tricks in sort of Spellqueller, Reflect Mage, and the Copter can get you some smooth out your draws quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's awesome. Do you want to talk about the sideboard a little bit?
All right, come over here, guys.
Coming to the sideboard. So, what are you expecting to play today, and what are these cards going to help you with the matchup?
Well, the great thing about Standard is like you can play against aggro, control, and combo. So I prepared myself for the control matchups. I know you've arranged it in a nice sort of neat little thing, but I'm going to completely annihilate that. So these 6 cards here, 6 counter spells for the controlling matchups. Some of these cards I might board in against other decks though. So the Ceremonious Rejections can counter vehicles. And again, it can actually counter vehicles, but this is just basically better, more efficient.
Yeah.
Scatter to the Winds I might bring in against a mid-range deck because there are some sort of threats that I do want to counter as opposed to let them resolve and remove.
Yeah.
For instance, like some Planeswalkers and some of the sort of the Gearholds that have abilities when they enter the battlefield straight away. We've got as well Fragmentize and Declaration Stone. So Fragmentize is quite good against the vehicles, as you'd imagine.
Yeah.
And Declaration Stone shores up against some of the sort of the matchups where the board is flooded, and it also has a bit of value against like decks that recur things from their graveyard.
Sure, I can appreciate
like
that.
Scrap Heap,
the exile clause is really
prized
good.
amalgams, that kind, and the creatures that have an activated ability to discard cards and return them. So it can be a good answer to that. The other 5 cards, I wasn't really sure what to.
It seems a bit like you've just sort of gone busted threats.
Yeah.
Like obviously Sky Sovereign's console flagship, we've seen a lot of this, and it's just a really, really powerful vehicle.
That was quite a last minute addition. Yeah. Basically, I got really annoyed playing against it, so I thought in the mirror, it might actually be good in the mirror match.
Yeah.
It was previously a Fumigate, but I'm hedging my bets that I've got because I've got quite a lot of removal in my main deck, and I've got the Declarations as well, so I'm hedging against aggressive decks. I probably don't need a Wrath.
Sure.
The other cards, Gisela and Thalia, I wanted some creatures to replace some of the, because you end up taking a lot of creatures out. You end up taking out Selfless Spirit when it's bad, and Reflect Mage when it's bad, and that can leave you with not enough threats to present to your opponents.
Yeah, particularly in the other game,
especially if you draw quite badly. So they're powerful threats that sort of help you curve out when you've taken 8 creatures out of your deck, for example.
Sure.
Linvala, quite important against when you're on the back foot against aggressive and mid-rangey decks that are quite aggressive.
Yeah.
And Jace, I haven't actually cast it yet, but I'm kind of assuming it's good because it's Jace.
Fair enough. So let's talk a little bit about the matchups you're expecting today. What's your one matchup that you want to go against today in the tournament?
Well, Aetherwix Marvel is supposed to be really easy because you have main deck Spell Quellers and you have access to counter magic and you can present a clock.
Yeah.
So that'd be great.
Sure. Not seeing a lot of that though. What's your second best matchup?
I don't really know. I haven't played a lot of Standard. I played F&M last night, and that's pretty much it.
Well, let's look at the big archetypes. How do you do against Black Green Delirium?
I think the matchup's even to slightly unfavoured. I think they're a very similar deck. They don't have. It's going to come down a lot to play skill. I think they can get on the front foot a lot easier than me. So that
a slightly faster curve.
Yeah, but I've got more tricks, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll just see how that goes. I think that's quite even.
Red-white vehicles?
I've played against that quite a bit. The main thing is to just not die and get Avacyn down. Avacyn's really good against the deck. You can raffle their guys and you can have a flying threat.
Sure.
So that's really, really good. Gideon Emblem's also really important because it's quite hard to defend Gideon against aggressive decks.
Okay. Excellent. Well, it seems like we've got a good list of matchups, and if you guys are looking at playing this again, you've got some tips from Chris there. Hopefully we'll do really well today, and we'll catch you up a bit later on and see how you're doing.
We'll see.
Thank you very much, Luke and Chris. British Magic Time at Huddersfield IQ Games at the PPTQ here. Thank you very much.